Green made his debut tonight. What did you see from him in his 20 or so minutes?
I thought he was good on both ends of the floor. He gave us a physicality on the defensive end of the floor. He communicates. He helps his teammates. And then offensively, he had drives to the rim. He was able to have the basketball in his hands. Excellent skip pass to Tobias tonight. Just an overall good feel on both ends of the floor for Willie tonight.
I think you had 20 fast break points. You really pushed the ball hard all night long. You liking the way, the pace you guys are playing with?
Decent. I would have liked to double those fast break points, and we'll continue to challenge our guys. We're going to use everybody. We need everyone for us to have a chance, and we'll continue to stress pushing the pace. That's something we do want to do.
Coach, talk about the persistent effort you got from Aaron Gordon, especially in that fourth quarter where he had 9.
I just think overall, he's continuing to learn. This is his 4th game, or I think the 3rd, 4th, whatever game this is for our guys. And different situations are presenting themselves. What you do feel is his aggressiveness on the floor, whether that's going for an offensive rebound, whether that's playing post defense. You feel him when you watch the game, and that's a good start.
Jacque, the defense again, for game statistics at least, did a good job. And you talked about trying to see a consistent effort through all parts of the game. Even with the numbers being what they are, they're preseason numbers, obviously. What do you see in the defense that still needs to improve on as, now we're at the halfway point of the preseason games at least moving forward?
Yeah, overall, to be close to 40% again tonight, that's a good sign for us. I think we'll continue to work on and giving up 33s tonight, a little bit too many. So we'll address that. We'll watch a little tape, see how we can be early and do our work a little early. That'll help us. Communication in transition, we gave up a few too many transition threes. But these are areas we can clean up. But the overall foundation of what we are right now, not bad.
How happy are you with the 56 points in the paint tonight, and what really allowed you guys to pound the paint more?
Well, I think it started early. I think whether it was Nick established himself, we've talked about having the ability to get to the rim. We want to be aggressive and make it tough on the opponents. And part of that is driving the basketball. And sometimes it won't look pretty, but overall, we want to be aggressive in what we do.
Coach, you said, we need everyone. I noticed you had 4 pretty good players that didn't even play tonight. Would you expect early in the season, while things are shaking down, to be using a lot of guys playing a lot of minutes?
What I do expect is for our guys to be ready every single night. So you take early on the season our road schedule and the fact of the amount of back-to-backs that we have. I want every guy to be honed in on the task and be ready to play. And suit up thinking that you're going to get into the game because a lot of times we're going to need to use you.
Was the decision tonight not to play Mo, not to play Evan, a concession to the fact that there are 3 preseason games in 4 days and wanting to play Willie and Devin a little bit? Without a doubt. We have basically 3 games in 4 nights, and I think Evan wanted to show off his new boots, so we allowed him not to have on his uniform. Nice boots.
Alfred had, at least statistically, maybe a bit of a struggle tonight. I know Flamengo probably pressed a little bit more than a typical NBA team might as well. What did you see from Alfred as he was kind of working through some of those turnovers and some of the mistakes that were made in kind of an unfamiliar setting that you might see come moving forward?
Yeah, great turnovers for him to learn from, and we'll get a chance to watch film. But you see the intent of his passes. And so he'll start to read how, guys are a little bit longer, a little bit faster. So sometimes he might have to finish at the rim. Sometimes he will be able to dump it off. But I think his overall intent when he gets into the lane, pretty impressive so far.
Coach Luke Ridner had 11 points, 5 assists off the bench. Monday, Ben Gordon had a good game off the bench. How does that make you feel about your depth at guard coming off the bench?
Well, I think overall, these guys are here because they can play and they're veterans and they've been there, done that. And so we want to put them in a position to have success. Luke has been extremely good for us in camp, whether it's practicing every day that he's been here, or rather, or also being steady as a rock when he's been on the floor also. To let our young guys see him on a nightly basis has been pretty good for us.
Has Kyle been working on that three-point shot much? He didn't have one in his first 2 seasons, and he had one to begin the second quarter there. Is this something that he's adding to his repertoire this season?
If you guys don't jinx it, you might see him shoot a few more.
Coach, just talk about your reaction to that crowd atmosphere tonight, especially from the Brazilian contingent. Made it a little extra festive in there tonight.
Yeah, I love it. I've been able to be at some international games, and just the livelihood of the crowd, and the series of chants and in unison is pretty cool. And for our guys to feel it and sense it and appreciate how fans love the game, it's pretty cool.
Coach, what did you see out of Dwayne tonight, and what are you hoping to see from him this season?
He's continued to get better. You look at him, he is playing to his strengths, whether that's blocking shots at the rim, whether that's running up and down the floor and creating a tempo with us. He's making it tough for me not to play him, and that's his job.
All right. We good? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.